Above All Nations, a brand rooted with our heritage in mind. Featuring the Babylon Has Fallen hoodie, this mighty piece is a bold statement describing the times we're living in. Also perfect for keeping warm while standing firm in your faith. You won't be able to miss the vibrant Song of Solomon tee, inspired by Song of Solomon 1 and 10, a piece that represents our royal heritage that the Most High gave us. Head over to aboveallnations.shop to grab yours now. They're moving fast. That's aboveallnations.shop. Kwame Yashrala. Welcome to Pillars of Rest, where you can find special material for our sisters, by our sisters. This is a Sons of Thunder exclusive platform focused on building, encouraging, uplifting, and engaging with the daughters of Zion. Here you'll find personalized and interactive content geared towards showing what it truly means to be a pillar of rest. Interviews, scripture breakdowns, tips on motherhood, marriage, and testimonials are just the beginning of the many things to learn from and enjoy in this program.
I hope y'all like that. That was Supplication by Roy the Chef. It's dangerous out here. I hope you guys make it home safe.
Why is she evil? She just like, yeah, they just say she into astrology. No, she just say evil for us. She was like, crazy. She's just crazy. Yeah, she's manipulative. But he's saying Yo, check it out. You ain't worried about that. They're going to show you at the end. So that was that a knocking out in that 1 minute? That's probably.
Yo, what was that about? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
Start at verse 11. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 11. For both prophet and priest are profane. Yea, in my house have I found their wickedness, saith the Lord. And so, even in today's society, you got those who profess themselves to be some type of prophet. And we brought out a couple of camps ago that the Jews seek a sign. Right. The Greeks seek after wisdom. Right. But their wisdom is the wisdom of the world. They would just want to hear some new thing. Right. But our people are so vain that they're seeking to men who call themselves or profess themselves to be prophets in this earth. And what do? You see them on TV. They sitting there like they got that Benny Hinn spirit, man. Yeah. That Benny Hinn spirit, man, is prevalent. Yeah. That man, I don't know what he did to the Christian community, but that spirit is heavy, man. Even amongst the so-called black church, it's heavy. Yeah. You see people, man, and everybody falling out. I saw a dude on social media. My man waved his hand and people just fell out. Like, yo, what is this? Is this what church has become? Before it was, I'ma lay hands on you.
Yeah.
And I'ma pray the prayer of faith. And you will see people fall out. But they ain't even laying hands no more. They got that Jedi force. And everybody falling out.
Yeah.
Man, back in the day, I want to say it was probably 90, 95, 96. Benny Hinn was in a stadium. I mean, a football stadium. People all up in the upper deck. And Benny Hinn said, "Here come the Spirit. Here come the Spirit." And the whole upper deck fell down.
Wow.
I said, come on, man. Come on. But that same Spirit is moving in churches today.
Yeah.
People talk bad about Benny Hinn because Benny Hinn, he wanted your money. It's the same Spirit. They doing the same thing. Our people, they seeking out the sign so much, they more drawn to a man that will profess to have the words of knowledge or profess to have the spirit of prophecy, but not doing what the prophets of the Most High did during the time of Moses or during the time of Elijah or during the time of Isaiah, Jeremiah. They weren't doing these works.
Right.
Keep reading on that.
Wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways in the darkness. They shall be driven on them and fall therein. For I will bring evil upon them, even a year of their visitation, saith the Lord.
Salaki, jump over to verse 16.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 16. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of the Lord.
Man, so what is this saying, man? You got to be able to recognize a true prophet of the Most High and a prophet that's just moving on his own.
That's right.
Moving in his own heart, his own desire. Jeremiah said that these prophets, these ones that weren't called by the Most High God, they make the people vain.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing that's going on in all these churches, man. Because what are these prophets doing now? They're not prophesying to you the laws of God. They're not giving you the judgment of the laws of God. They telling you you're going to receive a check in the mail, or you're going to get all your bills paid, or you got money coming. They telling you all these vain things that's making you vain. That's stuff turning you towards things of this world, man. You having a big house, or you having a nice car, or you sailing on some yacht or going to some island, man. That's not what prophets were sent for during the scriptures. It's not what they were sent for during the antiquity, man. This stuff that they doing now, man, is deceiving the people. But the Most High, he told Moses something specific. Go to the book of Deuteronomy. I think it's chapter 18. Start at the top. Not 18. 13.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder, and a sign or the wonder come to pass.
This right here is where people get tripped up. Because when a person sees a sign, man, they get in amazement.
Right.
But Moses is saying, what? Read that verse again.
And the sign or the wonder come to pass.
So here you have prophets even now in this day. Oh, the Lord told me to tell you so and so and so and so. And then next thing you know, oh man, what prophet said, it came to pass. He a prophet of the Most High God. Oh, he dreamed a dream. Man, brother, I had a dream about you, and the Lord was telling me in a dream, you know, that you're going to leave your job and you're going to get another one. Or the most famous one that you hear, the Most High told me that during this season, that your prosperity, your shift is getting ready to change. Your season is changing from winter
to the spring. Spring is where you yield up the peaceable fruit.
Yeah.
That peaceable fruit is going to change jobs. It's going to change your location. And the moment something start happening in your life, oh man, that man is a prophet of the Lord. And now you go and following that man. But how do we tell the difference between one that was sent by the Most High God and one that wasn't sent by the Most High God? Because they both will give a dream.
Yeah.
They both will give a word or a prophecy that's supposed to come to pass.
Right.
But it's the same. This guy's prophecy came to pass and this guy's prophecy came to pass. Which one do I follow?
Mm-hmm.
This is where people are getting tripped up, man. This is why you got stadiums and churches that are bigger than this block. Man, you even had what's C.L. Long Old Church, Fifth and O Street.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he had the entire block. The entire block. Because he was some so-called prophet. But keep reading on that.
Whereof he spake unto thee, saying, Let us go after other gods, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. Thou shalt not hearken to the words of that prophet, or that dream of dreams. For the Lord your God proveth you, to know whether you love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul.
So this is the key, man. No matter what you see in this life, no matter the prophecy that comes, you being proven. You being proven whether or not you're going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. The law, statutes, and commandments told me, thou shalt have no other God before me. The Most High God told me his law, statutes, and commandments. So the prophecy that's given, if it doesn't push me towards turning from my wickedness back to God, that's the prophet I'm not listening to.
Right.
I'm not going to listen to that guy.
41 minutes.
Because he has not been sent by the Most High God. Go back to the book of Jeremiah and let's prove that. Give me stay in read verse 16 again.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 16. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of the Lord.
So they get a good feeling. They get that tingly feeling, and they want to prophesy to the people. And you so caught up in your own vain imagination, not realizing that the Most High is just giving you what you want. You don't want the law of the Most High God. You want to be told smooth things. So this is why people run after these type of prophets. Because you'll have one wicked sister that, oh, Captain Araya, you need to come down to 9th and O Street and hear the man of God. He prophesied that I was going to get 30,000 in the mail. And what happens? Man, other women start flocking behind that sister because she got 30,000. I want 30,000 too. So I'm going down to 9th and O Street. Vain, man. You covetous. You want to consume this stuff on your own lust. You don't want to turn to the laws of God. You want your own imagination. So the Most High is just giving you what you want. Keep reading.
They say still unto them that despise me, the Lord hath said, you shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you.
So, even though the Most High God didn't send him, and Jeremiah is prophesying that the Most High didn't send that man, they still prophesying. They still saying to the people, you're going to have peace, you're going to have prosperity, you're going to have wealth in this kingdom, because the kingdom is yours. My brother, if you just stay patient and you sow $1,000 seed, the Most High is going to bring it to pass in his time. So that absolves them of any guilt. So if it don't come to pass, hey, my brother, you didn't have the faith. You didn't have the faith to believe. But if you would just believe in this season and sow your $1,000 seed, now the man got $2,000 out you. Why? Because you vain in your own imagination. They prophesying by their own hearts. But keep reading.
For who have stood in the counsel of the Lord and have perceived and heard his word?
So who been instructed, man? Who heard the laws of the Most High God? to be able to stand in defense of God and go against these false prophets, man. Keep reading.
Who have marked his word and heard it. Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked.
Man, so these people that's following these vain imaginations, following these false prophets in this day, man, a whirlwind destruction is coming upon you. Why? Because you've forsaken the laws of God. Jump over to verse 21.
I have not sent these prophets,
Uh-huh.
yet they ran.
All these prophets that say they in DC, say they prophesying by the word of the Most High God, they lying. The Lord said what?
I have not sent these prophets,
He ain't sent these prophets. But keep reading.
yet they ran.
But they ran. They still prophesying today. They still taking your money today. Keep reading.
I have not spoken to them.
He ain't said a word to them. But yet you running after them. But keep reading.
Yet they prophesied.
Uh-huh.
But if they had stood in my counsel,
Now here we're going to show the difference between a prophet of the Most High God and a prophet in this day. Read that.
but if they had stood in my counsel,
If they would have stood in God's counsel,
and have
keep reading,
and have caused my people to hear my word,
and caused the people to hear the words of the Most High God, what would have happened?
then they should have turned from their evil way.
So a prophet is come to do what? To prophesy you the destruction that's coming and to turn you back to God. Not to turn you to money, not to turn you to a new house, a new car, not to turn you to a new wife or a new husband, but to get you back in line with the laws of the Most High God, man. Keep reading.
And from the evil of their doings.
And from the evil, to turn you from your sin. That's what prophets are supposed to do. Prophets not supposed to just come and give you money. Come and prophesy you a new house, a new church building, but to turn you from your wickedness, to turn you from sin, to turn you from sleeping with another man's wife, to turn you from committing adultery, fornication, to turn you from stop murdering your brothers in the street, selling drugs to your people, prostituting yourself. That's what the prophets of the Most High God are come to do. Keep reading.
Can any hide himself in secret places,
You can't get away from the Most High God.
that I should not see them?
The Most High God see everything that you're doing. The
Say-
eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the works of men. Keep reading.
Saith the Lord. Did not I fill heaven and earth?
Uh-huh.
Saith the Lord. Have I heard what the prophet said, that prophesied lies in my name,
Uh-huh. What they say?
saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed.
That's what they saying. I had a dream that you in this day, your season is going to change. I had a dream that you're getting ready to come into prosperity, that you're getting ready to come into great wealth, that the windows of heaven are open unto you, brother. The windows of heaven are open unto you, sister. But we just need you to sow a $500 seed, sow a $1,000 seed. When did the Most High God ever ask you to do such a thing? Keep reading.
How long should this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
How long is this going to be in DC? How long are you going to keep running after these false prophets? How long are you going to continue in your sin and reject the laws of God? Keep reading.
Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart.
They are what?
They are prophets of the deceit of their own heart.
So they deceiving you based on their own heart, based on their own imagination. But the book of Deuteronomy said they'll dream a dream, and that dream or that sign will come to pass. But that does not mean that they sent by the Most High God. Because if they were sent by the Most High God, they would turn you from your wickedness, turn you from your sin. Keep reading.
Which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams.
What they gonna do?
Which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams.
They gonna tell you you no longer have to keep the laws of God. All you gotta do is just believe on Christ. That's all you gotta do. They gonna do what?
which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams.
They want you to forget the laws of God based on their dreams. And they're going to give you their own false doctrine, telling you you no longer have to keep the dietary laws. You no longer have to keep the laws of marriage. You no longer have to keep honoring the Sabbath or keeping the new moon. You no longer have to do these things. You no longer have to keep Passover. You no longer have to keep first fruits. You no longer have to keep this stuff, brother, because I dreamed a dream and this man is a so-called prophet. Keep reading.
Which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for by all.
So our forefathers were deceived by this very same thing, man. The same spirit that was back then is the same spirit that's going on today.
That's right.
That's why I said, man, hey, that Benny Hinn spirit is prevalent today. All these men blowing on people, they waving their hand. These men, they waving their hand, and all these people falling out, and they taking and putting sheets on top of people like they dead, which they are. It is what it is.
Dead in their sin.
They dead in spirit, dead in their sin. Because they choose not to keep the laws of God. But had you stood in the council of the Most High God, you'll be able to recognize a true prophet of the Most High God and one that ran. One that took it upon themselves to go out, start some type of church, gather a people unto themselves, and deceive the people as well as their own self, man. No doubt do I think that it's some sincere people in this earth.
Right.
It's some sincere people in the church. But our people gotta wake up. Read the Bible, man. Give me the book of Revelation chapter 14 verse 12.
The book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 12. Here's the patience of the saints.
So this is what Christ is teaching. Yes, you got to keep the laws of God. Read that.
Here are they that keep the commandments of God.
So you got to keep the commandments of God, and what else?
And the faith of Yahushua.
And the faith of Christ, man. But these false prophets are telling you you don't have to keep the laws of God. But you got to keep the laws of God and have the faith in Christ. You can't have one without the other. You got to take and eat the whole roll, man. But our people, they love a sign. They love a wonder. When you read the book of Acts, man, you see how the people were being bewitched, man. And when the apostles and the prophets, they came down, they came to Ephesus, start teaching the people. Man, the brother took amazement and saw that through the laying on of hands, the Holy Ghost was given.
Right.
And he did what? He desired, hey, give me that power.
Give me the laying hand thing you got going on.
But what was he doing before the apostles came? He was bewitching the people. He was giving signs and wonders. So his heart wasn't right in even asking for the Spirit.
Right.
Still wanting it to deceive the people, man. And that's the way these pastors are today. It don't matter. We can come, break down the scriptures, show them over and over. You even see our brothers from different camps going into the church, laboring with these pastors, laboring with the so-called deacons and evangelists, breaking down the scriptures to them. And what do? They turn the shoulder. What's that? Zechariah 7. They turn it. They pulling the shoulder, man. They don't care about the laws of God. They worried about their pocket. They're not worrying about your soul. They're worrying about their pocket. Because go ahead and read that.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 7 and verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder
and stop their ears that they should not hear.
They did what?
And stop their ears that they should not hear.
So when the truth comes, people want to stop their ears that they don't want to hear. Why? Because light is coming, man. The scriptures, Christ taught us that men love darkness rather than light. Because what? Because their deeds are evil. When light start coming and showing you your evil deeds, you got a decision to make. Either I'ma forsake my sin and turn to the laws of God, or I'ma be overtaken. I'ma die in my sin. And if you die in your sin, the blood is not going to be on our hands.
Right.
Thank you for watching. If you wish to donate, you can use Zelle or PayPal. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.